"Sir, my baby sister is freezing." The whisper was so soft it almost disappeared beneath the noise of the city, the honking cars, the rush of people late for places that mattered to them. But if you're watching this right now, stay with me until the end, because this single sentence changed more lives than anyone could have imagined. And before we begin, if stories that touch your heart and remind you of our shared humanity matter to you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us bring more stories like this to you. The boy couldn't have been more than 7. His shoes were soaked through, his jacket 2 sizes too small, and his hands trembled as he clutched the edge of a long black coat. The coat belonged to Ethan Caldwell, CEO of Caldwell Industries, a man whose name sat comfortably on the covers of business magazines and financial journals. Ethan had just stepped out of his private car, phone pressed to his ear, mind tangled in mergers, deadlines, and numbers with too many zeros. He was late for a board meeting that could decide the future of thousands of employees. He almost kept walking. Almost. Something in the boy's voice wasn't begging. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was tired. It was protective. It was the sound of someone who had already learned that the world does not stop for tears. Ethan turned. Behind the boy, half hidden in a broken cardboard box near a steam vent, was a baby wrapped in a thin, threadbare blanket. Her cheeks were red, her lips slightly blue, her tiny hands clenched as if holding onto the last bit of warmth she could find. The wind cut sharply through the street, and for the first time that morning, Ethan felt cold too. "Where's your mother?" Ethan asked, crouching down despite his tailored suit. The boy hesitated. She's trying to find work. She said not to move." That sentence landed heavy. Ethan knew what it meant. It meant she hadn't come back yet. It meant hours, maybe days. Ethan's assistant stepped forward nervously, whispering about the meeting, the schedule, the reporters waiting. Ethan raised a hand, eyes never leaving the children. For the first time in years, the world he controlled so carefully felt painfully small. He took off his coat and gently wrapped it around the baby. The boy's eyes widened, not with gratitude, but with fear. "Sir, you'll be cold." Ethan smiled, a real one, not the kind he practiced in mirrors. "I'll be okay." He wasn't sure why he said it, but he believed it. Instead of walking into the building, Ethan canceled the meeting. Gasps followed. Phones buzzed. Stock prices would dip. People would be angry. But none of that mattered as he lifted the baby carefully, feeling how light she was, how fragile. Too fragile for a world that moved this fast. At the hospital, doctors confirmed what Ethan already feared. Hypothermia, malnutrition, nothing irreversible, they said, but only because someone came in time. The boy sat silently in the corner, feet dangling off a chair, eyes glued to his sister. Ethan sat beside him, offering a juice box that the boy accepted with both hands like it was treasure. "What's your name?" Ethan asked. "Lucas. And your sister?" "Mia." Ethan repeated the names quietly, as if memorizing something important. Because he was. Hours passed. Then a woman burst through the hospital doors, hair disheveled, eyes wild with panic. When she saw her children, she collapsed into tears, apologizing over and over, explaining how she'd been evicted, how shelters were full, how she just needed one more day. Ethan listened, not as a CEO, as a human being. What he did next changed everything. He didn't just write a check. He didn't just make a call and disappear. He arranged temporary housing that same night, then longer-term support, then childcare, then job training. But even that wasn't enough. Ethan realized something uncomfortable. If one Lucas and Mia existed outside his office every day, there were thousands more he never saw. So he used his influence. Caldwell Industries launched a program for families on the brink of homelessness. Not a PR stunt. A real system. Affordable housing partnerships, on-site childcare for employees, emergency funds that didn't require people to beg. Ethan insisted on transparency. He visited shelters. He listened. He learned names. Months passed. Lucas started school. Mia learned to walk. Their mother found stable work. And Ethan, he changed too. The man who once measured success in profit margins now measured it in warm meals and safe nights. One winter evening, a year later, Ethan was walking through the same street. Lucas ran up to him, taller now, smiling. "Sir, my sister isn't freezing anymore." Ethan knelt, heart full in a way no deal had ever made him feel. "I'm glad," he said. "I really am. The truth is, this story isn't just about a CEO or a child. It's about moments. The ones we ignore. The ones we choose. Somewhere today, Someone is whispering for help, not because they're weak, but because they're brave enough to try one more time. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that kindness still matters, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. You never know which story might change everything for you, or for someone else.